Today I have a 2005 Honda Civic. I will be changing the cylinder head plug, which is located right next to the EGR valve right there. And to do so, I'll be also removing the EGR valve. There's 2 bolts holding it down, and there's a gasket under there too, which I'll be replacing. And before we start, I'll be draining the oil from the engine so it doesn't drip all over the place. You don't have to do that part. That's just me. It's time for me to change the oil also on this car. Before any of that, we are gonna, as good practice, removing this negative battery terminal so we don't short circuit anything. Disclaimer: do this at your own risk. Also refer to user manuals for torque instructions, torque specifications of bolts and such. I always have the right part handy, ready to go, so you're not running all over the place. I have some ultra black gasket maker, a little bit of that. It's gonna go around. I have some WD-40 safety measures. Goggles and gloves are nice. Mask is nice. You don't want to breathe in any of this dust that comes off the vehicle, especially if you're working on a brake job. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, to remove the negative terminal, 10mm socket, lefty loosey, and it should come off. You tuck it in, and that's basically it. To do that. So I'm underneath the car. I jacked up the car, put the jacks under there for safety measure. Always good practice. I have this oil drain drain container here, and that is the bolt. And I'll be using a wrench. This is a 17mm wrench, and you can use 2 linked together to give you leverage. I already unscrewed it, and I'm gonna, and the oil is flowing, as you can see, down into the pan. And it's always good for engine to be warm a little before you do the oil change. Reason is it will flow better, and all the debris will fall with it instead of settling it to the bottom. See how thick and dark that oil is? That's because I took a little too long to change the oil this time around. You don't want it to get that much, especially on an older car. Problem. Alright, next I'm gonna remove the EGR valve. First, you want to remove this here, so press down on that little tab and pull it out. It should come out. That's nice. Now if you take a look, there's that bolt. Okay, that bolt is 12mm, and same thing on the other side. To get there, you're gonna need a extension, and I have a 10mm socket here. Okay, and also have this long swivel head ratchet. Always good to be long and to have the flex edge, so it gives you leverage if it's tight. And if you want, you can put some penetrating oil on there, so it'll come off even easier. Magnetic pickup tool. Tire bolt came off. Wow. And this is the EGR valve. It's electric. It's not like the other pores. Alright, you don't want anything going in there, obviously. And my other bolt fell down, so hopefully I'll be able to find it. Alright, so that's it, and I cleaned a little bit around it. As you can see, one of the threads came out. I have it here, and as I was taking that other bolt out, that nut fell onto that side. I hear it drop. I thought it fell on the floor, but I just can't find it. But I have an extra one lying around. M8, I believe 1.25 pitch. So if you're in this scenario, you can go to any automotive, or you can even go to your local Home Depot and find these. No problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking that out. Small flathead screwdriver, go on the side here, and it should come out pretty easy. As you can see, it already popped out a little bit. But the main concern is, for you can also take this out to give you some room. Press it. Is to, since the plastic is old, you don't want to break it. It's off a little bit. Let me use a bigger screwdriver. You don't want to break the piece and have it go inside. There we go. And there's some oil coming down. Put the rag down there, which is normal for oil to come down. I thought maybe since I took majority of the oil out, so didn't. Now here we go. Oh. This is the old one. The rubber is hard as a brick. If I try to take it off, it will break. As you also can see, this broke also. I mean, the piece at the end. So this is old. That's why it's leaking. It's old and it's brittle. Now I have the new one. As you can see, the rubber is fresh. before I do anything, I'm just going to clean around that opening. It's very important that you take any dirt. Um, Obviously, you're gonna have oil there. Clean all that out. You don't want anything going in. Um, I will be also using a little bit of a gasket maker, the ultra black that I showed you earlier, around um, the actual plug. The reason that you want to do this is you want to ensure that there's no leakage. Just a little bit. As you can see, I put some in. It's excessive, but I will be wiping that um, using a screwdriver to make that fine, a fine thin amount. Make sure that nothing goes in also. Yeah, it's just a fine thin amount. And when you install, I like to suggest a tip. You actually got four legs that hold it in place, basically. So you want to put the first two down at an ankle, right on the bottom, and the top two you're gonna use a screwdriver to push it in. Doing this is when you try to getting this in, put the bottom two in, then I guess you got the top two legs. So you put the bottom two in, right? Top two, and use a screwdriver, slow, not too much press, just a little bit, just to give it a little, and it'll just pop in. Okay, that's the way you want to do this. Otherwise, you'll be struggling. You can also do this, but then you get all that the black gasket goo on you, so it doesn't really work. But otherwise, mine is in there. I'm going to put oil back in the car, and let me just give you a close-up. I put the two studs back on, as you can see, and the new gasket here, and EGR valve. I cleaned a little bit, not too much. I didn't go in depth into cleaning. There's nothing wrong with it. So this is the gasket, and the gasket. Go put the gasket on first. Basic, as you can see. Now always know the orientation, right? It's gonna this way. Should just fall into place. You got two of these nuts. Alright, so I put both bolts back on. Another bolt is right there. It's a little difficult to see, and the trick to doing this is easy for that bolt to go underneath there, and you won't be able to find it. It's difficult, so better to when you put it on the extension, make sure it's magnetic or something, or maybe tape it a little so it holds on in place until you secure it. The front one is you'll be able to do it pretty good, but the back one you'll have trouble. So that's basically it. So I changed the oil in the car, changed the filter, changed the EGR valve gasket, also installed a new cap. Also, don't forget to reconnect the negative battery terminal. If you're trying to turn on the car and wondering why it's not turning on, well, that's why. So that's it. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you like this video, please rate and subscribe. I thank you very much. You all have a beautiful day.